Why am I like nervous? What's up everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today's video I'm doing my July TBR video, basically all the books that I want to read in the month of July. Maybe you guys realize, but I didn't do a June TBR because I've been kind of in a slump. Not really a reading slump, because I have been reading books, like, you know, 8 books a month, 6 books a month, which is not a bad number of books. But I wasn't really like not enjoying them, but I was kind of just reading them because they were on my TBR. I was just kind of forcing myself to read them, and I was just not enjoying myself as much as I used to. So I kind of just took off the pressure off my shoulders, and like for the month of June, and I was just like, if you read 0 book in the month of June, it's fine. I'm not going to do an official TBR for the month of June. If you read 0 books, it's going to be fine. No pressure. And I ended up reading 14 books. So I think I might just have to do like a moody TBR. I think the TBR games was like amazing, and I love TBR games, but it might just not be for me for now. So I'm taking a break of my TBR game and just doing like a moody TBR. These are all books that I want to read, that I've been wanting to read for a while. I might read all of these, I might read none of them, I might read totally different books. I'm just going with the flow, and we'll see where that brings us. So without further ado, let's get started. So I guess as I am filming this, we are July 2nd, so July has already started, and there's 2 books I'm in the middle of. The first one is The Fine Print by Lauren Asher. I'm almost done with this one, so I probably should be finishing this one today or tomorrow. And this one I'm reading for like a secret TBR. I'm not going to tell you the other 2 books I'm reading for that reading vlog, but I am loving this one. This is a Grumpy Sunshine. It's about this guy. His name is Warren. I'm not really sure how you pronounce this name. He is the grandson of like the creator of Dreamland, which is basically Disneyland, and his grandfather just passed away, and in order for him to inherit his share of the company, he has to work for the company for like 6 months or something as the director of one of the theme park. And he ends up hiring this girl named Zara, and she is like the bubbliest of all girls. She is the sunshiniest, like she's the sunshine in this book. And her family worked for these theme parks for a few generations now, and she loves it, and it's kind of just their love story. They start working together and they fall in love. So it's a Grumpy Sunshine workplace environment romance. I'm really enjoying it. Like I said, I'm almost done with this one, so it's a good one. I'm really enjoying it. So that's the first book that I have on my TBR. The next one that I've already started is Jade Fire Gold by June Sealand Tan. I've already started this one as well. I'm 123 pages in, so I'm not that far in. And so, but I am really enjoying this one as well. I've been wanting to read this one for a while. I'm kind of embracing my YA fantasy phase right now. I've read a lot of like adult fantasy in the beginning of the year, but now I'm just like embracing my YA fantasy phase. They're like so easy to read. I read them super quick. They're not complicated. I'm just loving them recently, so I'm just embracing it. And this one I've been wanting to read for a while. Someone pitched this book as like the Avatar, The Last Airbender. Like if you're a fan of that, you're gonna be a fan of this one. So that's why I wanted to pick it up. Anne is no one with no past and no family. Alton is a lost heir, his future stolen away as a child, and then when they meet, Alton sees in Han a path to reclaiming the throne. Anne sees a way to finally unlock her past and understand her lethal magical abilities, but they have to pay a far deadlier price than either could have imagined. I've started already and I'm loving this one, so that's another one that I will probably for sure be reading this month. So now I'm going to go over a few library books because those ones are time sensitive, so I most likely will be at least try to read them because all of these are due pretty soon. So I'm gonna go with 2 romance books because I've been loving romance recently, and the first one is how does it go? Like this. The Roughest Draft by Emily Wibler and Austin Siegmund Broca. I'm really sorry. I probably should look up author name before making videos because I'm really sorry. This one I've heard some pretty good things about this one. It's about these two authors that normally they've been writing books with each other for a while, and then they got into a fight and they don't talk to each other anymore, but they still have one book left on their contract, so they have to write this book together. It's been compared to like Beach Read and Book Lovers. People say that if you like those two books, then you're gonna enjoy this one. So it's very like summery as well, so I thought it would be really nice to read in the summer, and I'm excited for this one. And then another romance book that I have from my library is The Romantic Agenda by Claire Kahn. This one, another one that's very summery, and it's making me really want to read it for summer. It's all I know about this one is it's an asexual main character, so I've been kind of wanting to read more of asexual main character. I don't know anything about this book besides that. I know Gabby reads really like this one, so that's why I picked it up. Next book that I have from my library, it is 9 Lives by Peter Swanson. This one is a adult thriller book. I've heard some horrible things about this book, but I read 2 other books by Peter Swanson. I read Every Vow You Break, which I didn't love, but it was still fine. I enjoyed that one. I thought it was okay for a thriller. And then I read 8 Perfect Murders, which I hated that book, but I was still really intrigued by that one. I don't know why. I didn't want to buy a copy, so I got it from my library. This is about these 9 strangers that all receive a list with their name on it, but there's no connection with all of these 9 people. And then one by one, horrible things start happening to each other, like each person on this list. That's pretty much all I know about this book. I might try to read it for Summerween. I don't know what's going to be my TBR for Summerween. I might do a video closer to Summerween for my TBR, but this one I might try to read it for Summerween but I mean, I've heard horrible things about this one, but I was still really intrigued by it. So that's why it's on my TBR. Another book that I just got my loan for the audiobook this time from my library, and it is The Heart Principle by Helen Wong. This is the 3rd book in this series. I don't know what the series is called, but I read the first 2 and I love them, so I've been wanting to read this one ever since. I've heard this one is really sad and like emotional, and people cry in this book. It's not necessarily a romance, it's more like a woman's fiction type of book, but I'm still really intrigued by it. I don't know anything about this one. A woman struggling with burnout learns to embrace the unexpected and the man she enlists to help her in this heartfelt new romance by bestseller author Helen Wong. I love the first 2 books, so I'm really excited to read this one. So I will probably be reading this one as well. All of these books are like maybes. Like I will probably read them, but I might read none of them. Another book that I really want to read for my July, in the month of July, is The Blood Traitor by Jeanette Noni. This is the 3rd book in the Prison Healer series. I read the first 2 books earlier this year and I loved them, and I was so excited to read this one. I pre-ordered this book. It came on release day, I'm pretty sure, and I've been wanting to read it ever since. But I've been putting it off for some other books I've read from my library and some like videos that I wanted to make. So I think now is the time. I really want to read it. I cannot wait to see how this one ends, and I've heard some really good things about this one on like a Facebook group, so I cannot wait to read this one. It's pretty like thick, like it's thicker than the other ones, I feel like, but oh my god, I cannot wait to read this one. I cannot wait to see how this one ends. I am so excited for this one. I think as soon as I finish Jade Fire Gold, I'm picking this one up because... And then the last book that I want to talk to you guys about today is going to be another YA fantasy book. I might try to read this one for Summerween. It's not really like a thriller or horror, but it is a witchy book, so I thought I would pick this one up. Kingdom of the Wicked by Carrie Maniscalco. I've been wanting to read this one ever since I got it in a Fairy Loot 2 years ago, I think, or something like that. I'm not sure, but I'm going away in a weekend getaway with a friend of mine. We are going to Salem in Massachusetts, so I thought I would bring I wanted to bring a witchy book there because that would be like the perfect read there. So I was kind of looking around, and this one I've been wanting to read for a long time. It's a witchy book. I think it's about these 2 sisters that are witch, and then one of them disappear or is dead. I'm not sure if she disappears or is found dead, but then the other sister vows to figure it out, like figure where she went, what happened to her, and she makes the deal with like a devil or something. I'm not fully sure, but I've heard some mixed things about this one, but overall pretty positive, so we'll see. So this is another book that I might try to squeeze in the month of July. We will see. So that's pretty much it for the books that I might try to read in the month of July. Have you read any of them? Let me know in the comments down below. I would love to know. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys have a wonderful day or night depending on when you're watching this, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.